Charges dismissed against a Valley father accused of kidnapping his own son and killing the child's mother. We followed this story for you every step of the way last week, but the decision to drop these charges isn't necessarily because of any new evidence in this case. ABC 15's Ashley Paredes explains.
Earlier this week, Eric Mays attempted suicide in a Maricopa County jail. He is not likely to survive, we're told, which is why ultimately his charges were dropped.
It really wouldn't do a whole lot, the conviction charge, sticking, but maybe it would help with some closure, I guess.
Closure over the murder of Brittany Marty, something Brittany's brother believes now may never happen.
It really hurts because a murder did occur, and justice is not being served for that murder.
Eric Mays captured last week, Peoria police accusing him of kidnapping his 11-month-old son Abel and running over the boy's mother Brittany in the process. But charges of murder, kidnapping, endangerment, all now dropped.
It has been reported in the news that the defendant had attempted to take his life in the recent days. And so there were injuries from that stemming from that attempt that made him incapacitated.
Mays in a vegetative state at the hospital, his family reaching out to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, pleading for mercy.
It was in no way to relieve the defendant of any of the charges long term. And this was more about allowing his parents to make medical decisions on his behalf. And that family last week did not get that decision, and the loss of life of their sister and their daughter and the mother of that young boy. And that is a tragedy.
Marty's brother understanding of the law, but he is hoping one day things might change.
Especially in a situation like this, they have it on documentation that he confessed to turning the car around and running her over again, or running her over at, or turning that right there is it. That should be enough.
Jail crime detectives investigating the suicide attempt, which is typical. The Professional Standards Bureau reviewing whether all policies and procedures were followed.
We are digging to find out exactly what happened. It's not going to stop here.
As the Mays family is saying their final goodbyes, Marty's family still grieving their loss.
The past few days, I've had to wake up in the morning and look through the old newscast to make sure it wasn't a horrible nightmare from the night before, because it's just too surreal.
Important to note that the case was dismissed without prejudice, meaning prosecutors could always refile if Mays recovers in the future. I'm Ashley Paredes, ABC 15, Arizona.